This is Jocelyn Ali with Mechatronics 357. This is assignment 3, the Halloween assignment. The goal of this assignment was to have a bunch of these different appliances turn on at the same time. The idea was for there to be a ghost that lit up, that would move side to side, for there to be a display saying Happy Halloween and I love Mechatronics that is shifted between the two, as well as a spooky sound being played. And all of this is caused when there is motion sensing. So the appliances that we ended up using were a bunch of different jumper cables, a bunch of different GPIO pins, our Arduino code setup, a buzzer, which is where the music comes out of, an LCD visual display, which is where the Happy Halloween and I love Mechatronics words are displayed. And then this is the ghost, where there is a servo motor underneath that serves to move the ghost left and right. And at the top there is a LED light that will light up when motion is detected. Over there is the motion sensor. So whenever there is motion detected near it, it will trigger off the entire setup. So to demonstrate, it says I love Mechatronics and Happy Halloween. The music is coming through. The servo motor is moving the ghost left and right, and the LED is lit up the ghost. And then whenever it runs out and there is no more motion being detected, it will stop and everything will subsequently stop as it did earlier. Thank you. Now for explaining the circuit, we're going to start off with the buzzer. So it has two ports, one that goes directly to the ground, so the black wire, and then the red wire, which goes into our GPIO, which we have defined to be number 1. So within the code, GPIO 1 stands for the buzzer. Next is the LCD. And so the LCD has 4 parts. It has the ground, which is, if we follow it, goes directly to the ground on that side. The VDD, which goes to the voltage supply. And then the SDA and SCL, which go to 2 different input GPIO ports. Moving along to the servo motor, which is under here, it has 3 different, one voltage supply, one ground, and then the one in the middle for the input. So that goes, as you can see, the ground, the voltage supply, and the orange one goes into GPIO number 12. Then the LED, which is a little hard to see, but it's the blue and purple. Both of them go here. They're connected with a 220 ohm resistor, which brings this wire travels all the way down to GPIO 2, which is what powers the LED, and then the other part of it goes to the ground. Then for the motion sensor has 3, same kind of a function. It has the voltage supply, it has the ground, and then it has the one for the input. So the input here is GPIO 13. So this is the circuitry, and yeah. Now to explain the code, this first part over here is just defining the different pins as well as where they are found within the board. So the motion sensing pin is found on GPIO 13, as we said before, the LED on number 2, servo 12, buzzer 1. And according to the circuit, all of that matches up. Then this is right here sets the first condition, that if there is no motion that's detected, all of this is false. The LCD does not light up, the servo motor does not move, the buzzer does not make any sound. And these are just the intervals of time for each of these things. Servo direction, the position, it starts off at 90, then 0, and this is the melody. Every single one of these numbers represents a certain note that is played, so it's all played in continuation. This is the duration of how long each of those will last. Then we have our pin mode, so it shows which ones are the inputs, which ones are the outputs, and then it begins. This is the LCD, so like I said, the 2 LCDs are on 21 and 17 GPIO, and it just kind of explains all Then over here, this is the second part. It says if pin state is high, aka if motion is being detected by the motion detector, then all of this is true, and that the buzzer will work, the servo will work, and the LCD will work. And then the first thing it does is it has a little print that says motion detected, which I will show you after we download this. Same kind of a thing. This right here is the LCD display that it within the intervals it goes ahead and it shows I love mechatronics and then happy Halloween within the display. And then moving around, this is the servo. This is all of the intervals for the servo, the different degrees. It starts off at 45, then 135, and then what it does is it moves on to the other position whenever it reaches the limits. Then the buzzer, and this is just explaining how long the buzzer is going to last. It explains that if the current, if the motion is detected, then the buzzer must work, and then all of that, and it will repeat at a certain amount of an interval, and then that is all over here. So that kind of explains the code. But to clarify, I mean, just to summarize, whenever motion is being detected by the motion detector, all of the different displays will independently start on their own and follow the instructions that are determined by the code.